Good evening. This is Mystical Machine Gun. It's Wednesday night. We're playing Phantasy Star. And hopefully you'll see some improvement in some graphical quality. I sat down, had a crack at the old PCS X2 settings. I keep wanting to say EPCS X2 because there's a PlayStation 1 emulator called EPSXE, I think, something like that. Anyway, I sat down with those settings to try and get better graphics happening because there was some graphical glitches I was noticing. And we're nothing if not professional on this stream. So for those just joining us, we have Meow and Odin in our group. We're looking for a bakery. High stakes stuff. We want to bribe the governor of Motavia with some sweet treats. And apparently Mary in Paralet has the location of a bakery. She can help us out. But we ended our previous episode talking to Mary and not getting very far. So, feeling like things had hit a bit of a dead end, I've had a bit of a play around in the week between, and I found, if we talk to Hashim, gosh. Did I mention that the governor loves cake? The bakery in Nuala Cave sells a shortcake he can't refuse. Talk to a Mary in Paralet for details about getting access to the bakery. Talk to Mary before going to Nuala Cave. So, that bit of dialogue is what we were missing. We go back to Paralet. We go back to Mary. Eventually. Once we get past all the enemies. I don't know if the encounter rate is any higher in forests. Like, common sense would say maybe it is. Bit of an RPG trope that they would, but yes. Well, there you go. That's a missed sound. Haven't heard that before. I plan on playing quite a few PlayStation 2 games with this, so we've obviously got Phantasy Star Generation 2 up next. But, you spoke to Hashim and Epi? Yeah, we need your help entering Nuala Cave. My brother's bakery? We heard there's one down there. Yeah, he did set up a bakery in there, alright? This key should open the cave door. Thanks. That makes no sense. Nuala is northeast of here. Now, we've been to Nuala. Naula? Not sure. We'll save our game first, but this key gets us into the cave. It's the first key we need. There's two other caves that have keys. So we've got Medusa's cave. And then we've got the cave on the eastern peninsula. I forgot what it's called. But that requires a key to get in as well. But let's save in Scion. Just so we've got space to come back to. I used to do multiple saves. I used to have multiple saves. I maybe had an idea of what they would be. I think the Yakuza series finally convinced me out of having multiple saves because I never go back. Always got to go forward. Life moves forward, Diane. So, you know, maybe before a tricky bit. Anyway, let's use a searchlight. We'll see how we go without an atlas. Initially. There you go, progress. Let's see what sort of enemy we have. Green slimes and werebats. Oh my gosh, they're werewolf Batman. Looks a bit like Man-Bat from the Batman series. I'll never fault the animations, the attack animations in this series. Maybe for the slimes though, they do tend to just throw themselves at you. Those werebats are cool though, they're just like going... not even paying attention to how much HP damage we're doing. I should be paying attention. Alice is starting to miss a bit. Get your head in the game. Oh gosh, Meow is in big trouble. But yes, that should be enough. Okay, cool. Look at the experience in Meseta though. That's going through the roof. Ooh. Hula and Warla learned. Okay. Tyrone, I called him Odin. Sorry, that's from the original. Let's do a heal. Let's do another heal. Everybody else is looking alright. What have we got here? Ah, yes. Wrapped. Which is not quite trap backwards. It's trap a bit mixed around. Oh god, thank Christ, I thought we were going to need another key. Okay. Yes, I can see the stairs behind. Apologies to those who get motion sickness, it does seem to be... The rotation is very fast. Let's do some magic to clear some out. Now, let's have a look at Meow's new spells too. So, he got Cula, negative status from one ally. Raises all allies' defense. Let's have a look. Why not? Oh, that's a cool... Looks like he's rearing up to go, wow! I believe Grizz's Warla attack is in Fantasy Star 4, does the same thing. Except he throws his little furry claws up and goes, rah! Let's just attack now, let's make that happen. These green slimes, they're not very... You know, they're just walls of HP, to be honest. They're not the most exciting enemy to carve through. But I do want to preserve Alice's MP a bit, so we're not running out of healing options by the time we get near the end there. What have we got? Open. Roganine Pound. What does that do for us? Restore 80 HP. Okay, can we give these to people and start clearing out? I don't want to hit a chest and be told that Alice has no more inventory room. Okay, nothing there. No signs of a bakery so far. No incidental dialogue saying, "Oh, I smell rolls." Are those donuts I smell? So we've got two werebats here, just the two werebats, so yeah, they're not too bad. So when they're paired up with slimes, it's the problem. Although they are carving through Meow a bit. Treasure? No treasure. Lich? Oh, that's a new one. That's a cool spray, I like that. I should be more knowledgeable about things. I should be able to tell you who the art director was or who did enemy design and this kind of thing. But I don't, so I don't. Okay, let's go left first. There's a blogger I read called the CRPG Addict. Really great blog. God, remember blogs? Are they still a thing we even do anymore? But yeah. He has a right-hand rule for mazes that he follows. And every time I'm in a maze in a game, I completely forget what that right-hand rule is. I think it's just to essentially turn right and keep turning right until you can't turn right anymore. And that's the way to go, but as I age, my ability to retain facts just goes How's everybody's health? Let's do some heals on everyone. There's some hard hitters in here. Why would you set up a bakery in a cave? There's callbacks. There's a callback to this in Phantasy Star Online. Must have been version. It must have been 1. Which, you know, if you hadn't played if you're somebody playing on the Dreamcast in 2001, never had a Master System, bit of a vague reference. I mean, it's the same series, but still. I spent a lot of time with Phantasy Star Online back in the day, back in the Dreamcast. But still, I'll never... I want another mainline game. I want more plot. Yeah. I'm trying to make sure I don't get too turned around. Oh, jeez. The encounter rate in here is pretty high. You know, back in the 90s they were doing Phantasy Star Gaiden, I think that's how you pronounce that, side stories on the Game Gear. And I'm sure somewhere on my hard drive I've got those translated somewhere, but yeah. They were pumping out the story content and then online happened and they never looked back. I don't think we need to heal just yet. So we saw a door. Let's go there first. It's probably steps down. Yep. Let's just make sure we've seen everything we can. Oh, green slimes. You're killing me. But at least I should remember to attack the slime that we're not going to cast magic on, because that one is all but gone. On the plus side, their damage is pretty weak, so it's the werebats and the liches we have to worry about. Was Phantasy Star Universe a narrative game? I don't know. I bought it. I never actually sat down and played it. Hello? If you know, let me know. Tell me on Twitter. If you're watching this on YouTube, sound off in the comments below. Let me know what Phantasy Star Universe is all about. I've probably got a box of it somewhere. Did I get attacked at the stairs? Oh my god. That is a cardinal sin. I've beaten this floor, you need to let me go. At least I'm not climbing back up. There is nothing worse when you're trying to get out of a dungeon and you're climbing back up and you get to those upstairs and you're like, I can make it. I can make it. Oh, encounter. Okay. I don't know why only Alice has heal. Like, why not? Yeah, he's got cure spells. He's got status effect spells. Okay, let's bust out the pillory, mate. All this for a bakery, all this for a sweet treat. This floor's looking a bit more complicated. Well, I'll take 2 over 3, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that every time. And we're paralysed, but at least we're not on our own, so we can... We'll try and attack, but we can use Cula to get Alice back sooner than having to wait for the paralysis to wear off. Will she get to attack this round? Let's see. Sure does. Oh! Healing item. Take that every time. Okay. Okay, that's the door down. Let's do... Need to make sure I buy more atlases. There's a lot of floors to this cave. We've learnt now that the werebats can paralyse. So there you go, let him more. Unfortunately, Meow's really pulling up the rear in damage and damage resistance, so... You know that dangerous cave we talked about has a claw for Meow, so... Okay, that's a pointless hallway. Gotta walk into the wall just in case. Ooh, 2 liches. Let's see how this goes. We're consistently taking out enemies in a single round, so that's not too bad. But for those of you unfamiliar with the game, it is very grindy, it is very dungeon crawly. Later games in the series don't get any less dungeon crawly. They still have massive dungeons, but they're top down, so I feel that's a bit more of a visually interesting medium. I was watching Retro Island Gaming play this on the Master System the other week. Shouts out. Great Twitch channel. Give him a follow. He has way more time to play games than I do, so... But yeah, from what I saw, rather than having these lovely, you know, although they've been very similar, very repetitive so far, cave textures, every dungeon was just brick. What do we get for all our searching? Wooden shield. Now, who can equip that? Got a leather shield. Tyrone, maybe? Oh, yes. Says Tyrone can equip it. There we go. Look at that. Fully loaded out. That was worth a little side trip down this hall. Just low encounters on the way back, please. Cross fingers, cross toes. We had a few steps. Oh, God. Alright, let's just take out. So, what do we get? We got Bindwa. Paralyzes one enemy. One enemy. Let's give it a go. Let's try and freeze a werebat. Attack the other one, because they do more damage. Great, worked. Not going to complain about that. Although, I should probably take it easy on the casting of spells since we've got a... Alice is going to run out. We've got no MP... Oh! Not a miss. That's not the last thing we need. You were meant to finish that bat off. Okay, let's all just attack the slime. Oh no! Why did you attack Werebat 2? Werebat 1. Racking up the cash, we'll definitely be able to buy more healing items when we get that. We're into the teens with our levels already, so definitely making big progress here. If it's anything like the later games, the level cap goes up to 99, so there's no reason why progress should ever be slow. There's people who you can... I'm not sure what level you would need to be to finish Phantasy Star 2 or Phantasy Star 4. Hello? Look at the eyes on this man. Those are the eyes of a man who would build a bakery in a cave. Sorry about the location. What a shortcake for 280 Meseta. No, we came all this way and we're not going to buy it. I'm kidding. It's the best cake in Algol in the cosmos. Got shortcake. Is that it? Oh, okay, we can buy more if we want, I suppose. Why do I bake here? It gives my cake special flavour. Anything is better if you have to earn it. Okay, we can't buy more shortcake. Is it a key item? It is. Tasty cake meant for the governor. Go on, governor, get some cake into you. Alright. So, magic. Oh, Meow can heal. Whoops, I forgot. We could use an escape cloth and go straight out, but let's try and walk out. Escape cloths will come much handier later when the dungeons are much harder and much more labyrinthine? Labyrinthine, I don't know. Why did I choose to do something that involves saying words when I can't say words? Poor choice. Poor choice of hobby. But either way, now that we've got the shortcake, we can hop back over to Motavia. Hit up the governor. Although I do like the... And not all RPGs do this, of course. But there are some that when you're in a dungeon and you want to go up, go back up a level, it gives you the option to go just exit altogether. You know, the assumption is you've made it to the bottom, you've found what you need. Hey, why waste your time? Just go straight back up. There we go. Have a good day. Of course, with the map equipped and knowing where to go, going back up is much faster. Certainly don't have to go down every hallway looking for treasure. My atlas. I'm lost. I don't know where to go now. Phew. Not lost anymore. I had to use the key to get out too. There you go. Alright. Let's go heal. On my word. Ah, easy enemies. That's what we need. Back to one-hit kills. That's what we like to see. Yeah. Either will work, but let's heal up. Let's heal up with our nagging friend. Are you hurt? Sure am. They really are trying to have game warnings there with that full screen white flash. Let's grab some healing. Not healing. That's not what I'm after. Wrong side of the counter. like how it shows you how many you got. That's cool. Oh, they don't sell atlases. So we've got 2 total in our inventory. And Tyrone or Meow is holding 1. That's great. Do we need a train carpet yet? Let's buy another escape cloth. We've got plenty of money. I actually wanted more atlases. Have to go elsewhere for that. That's alright. We'll go back to Motavia first. Anyway, after we save our game. Look at that level jump. Holy dooly. That was level 11. Now we're level 14. That's a pretty decent jump. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the levels are pretty easy to gain. And it'll be nothing when we get to later ones. But we'll see how we go. Okay. Could have saved my game here. Whoops. Does this thrift shop have an atlas? No. It's useless to me. It's completely useless. Okay. Wrong ship. Okay, we should be able to go straight to the governor. Thanks! Now, where do we need to go? That's the one. I realise I haven't actually been on the world map of Motavia yet, and I'm not sure we can just yet. Let's just sneak by, okay. Okay, we got Hashim's key used. What is this? Roe Butler. This is the governor's palace. Do you have a gift? Yes. Shortcake is acceptable. Please proceed. Really acceptable? God. I hope it'd be exceptional after all that trouble we went to. Ah, look at that. So we're on the other side of the lake. Oh, wow. This is ornate. So you've made it this far. Very impressive. He's in good shape for a guy who likes his sweet treats. As the governor of Motavia, I must ask this. Do you intend to fight Lashiek himself? We aren't doing this just for fun. I think Alice plans to not just fight him, but kill him. I like your spirit. But Lashiek is a master of sorcery. You don't stand a chance. Master of sorcery? Like an Esper? Maybe. You think you may need an Esper to assist you? Espers train here in Motavia. There must be one that can rival Lashiek. There is. Maziris, Lutz, Issa, Lanai. An Esper in training. Simply put, he is a phenom. Like the Undertaker. Where is this Lutz guy? Mahal Cave. What's he doing in a cave? He is training there. That cave is sacred to Espers. Give Lutz this letter of introduction. He'll be of aid then. Thank you. You must be tired. Please rest in my palace tonight. Yes, thank you. Ah, free healing. Could have had free healing. What? Okay. Let's attack the nightmare. I attack the darkness. Oh shit. The darkness of the nightmare is kicking our ass. Oh no. I think Meow, you're in trouble. A nightmare? What does it mean? Mahal Cave is north of Lake Perseus. Try to avoid the antlions. Okay. What are antlions? The Motavian natives have not appreciated our colonization efforts. So you're colonizers? That's not good. Pretty sure natives don't need to appreciate your colonization efforts. You should probably just leave the natives alone. Okay. North of Lake Perseus, eh? Why does nobody on this planet have atlases? I did check out the weapon shop, didn't I? What are you doing here? We're tourists? Make sure to run from antlions. Well, if I'm going to go in a cave, I would prefer to have an atlas. I prefer not to make you guys watch me go back to another planet. So this bastard sword for massive and intimidating. Love it. It's only 7 extra points of damage, but let's get it. Alright, bye-bye Iron Axe. And this is Esper gear. And everybody's got that. This dagger is no good. I do wonder if I bought 2 daggers, if Alice would be able to... Alisa. I keep calling it Alice because I think it was just Alice in the Master System. I wonder if Alisa would be able to equip 2. Because that was the thing in the later games, Phantasy Star 2, Phantasy Star 4. Essentially, like the main character either equips a sword, 2-handed for... Actually... What's she equipped with? Oh, she's got a shield and a sword, okay. Maybe not then. Or you could equip 2 swords, 2 daggers, etc, etc. So, while the stats would say your attack is lower, you do 2 attacks. We've got plenty of money, we can give it a go. But if it asks us to sell our sword, we'll say no. I just want to grab an atlas or 2. Sorry. I think they sell them in Sion, it's not far away. Great travelator action, it's just being like at the airport. Which I know for a lot of us we can't do at the moment, so there you go, I'm bringing you that fantasy. I know I'm not flying anywhere anytime soon, I'll tell you what. Okay. Okay. I better stock up on atlases since I can't buy them anywhere else. What? Who's... Oh, God. You don't sell the rarest of the rare because you don't sell atlases. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's go this way. This thrift shop. This is the winner. Please. My man. Buy 3. There we go. We'll go check out these daggers in Motavia. I feel like they should be playing elevator music when you go on those. So blue hair's our friend. Whoops. Said no by mistake. Okay. Let's see what we can see before we face the ant lions. Buy dagger, equip dagger, don't sell the sword. Buy dagger, equip dagger. No. Ah, no. Probably should save before I try that, shouldn't I? So, okay. Can't equip 2 daggers. That was a waste of time. Anyway. hang on to them. Who knows? Who knows? See, I was talking about saves before, and that would have been a good time to save. It's only 1100. No? 530? God, I can't even do sums. One. Yeah. Let's see what we got on this planet. We've got Motavians. There you go. They do look a lot like the hooded aliens in Star Wars in this one. Although you can see their faces. But if you darken their... put a bit of darkness over their faces, you know, wouldn't be surprised to see them go, "Been poisoned." There we go. Now, very important question for an RPG. Does the poison persist outside of battle, or is it a battle-only status? Let's find out. Looks like it has not persisted, so I think we're okay. Collabo. We have no collabos yet. Okay. There's a bit of a whooping. Let's heal up before we go back out. Oh, what a lovely nurse. Sit, stay. Stay a while. Stay forever. Okay, maybe not. Okay, so it was north of Lake Perseus. Motavian and bandits. Let's see how magic goes. I'm guessing the bandit might be the stronger of the variants. Oh jeez, fire did not go well at all. You're on a hot planet, I guess that makes sense. Let's get back to what we do best, which is stacking damage on one target. Those red robes are rather fly though. They look like they're wielding trowels or something. Their weapons don't look very threatening. Oh, okay. Need a map of the outdoors. Oh my god. It's a thing from the Black Lagoon. Or it's that fish guy from Eternal Champions, whatever his name is. Look at the ribs go. Look at the lungs go when they attack. That's cool. That's really good art. I'm going to watch our health here. Okay. Elisa attack. Meow. Heal Elisa. Hopefully Meow makes it through the round. Because I'm guessing if Elisa goes down, we all go down. Sharkins are tough. There was no better army, was there, back in Paseo, was there? They hit hard. Well, more health will definitely help with that. Okay. Is it up here? Nope. Oh god, okay. No! I wanted to run! How do I stop being automatic? I think we need to run away. Who would have thought the desert planet would be so unforgiving? Oh, got an antidote for our troubles. Not going to complain about that. Right. Let's heal up before we get back out there. Perhaps regain... Think about what our next move. Okay. Okay. Let's try going a bit more due north. Might be a better way to roll. Desert Leech. That's still... Maniacs! Oh my gosh. Those things are disturbingly bumpy. Jesus, Tyrone. This is where heal's going to come in very handy. Let's at least try and take out its buddies. Oh, that thing's disgusting. You see that drool? Oh my god. Holy fuck! It just nuked Meow in one hit. This is great. We can try and fight it out, but without Meow we don't actually have the healing power. Whew. Ah, that's a shame. Later PlayStation Phantasy Star games. When you're walking around like this, you see how, you know, Elisa and Tyrone's feet are moving. Your passed away team members move along with you, but their feet don't move. So you're just kind of carrying their corpse around. I'm definitely tired. My cat's dead. That's expensive. Okay. Okay. Something to keep in mind. Meow is currently a... So, the townspeople said avoid antlions. I guess we should avoid sandworms too. Alright, these are big Yargos. Oh, I don't need that poison, I really don't. Should be able to keep trucking without it though. Everybody's poisoned, alright. I love that sound effect. Oh, it's gross. The poison does not persist outside of battle, so I'm not complaining. This must be the path to the cave, surely. Okay, so now we've got to... I don't know if it's better that it's that colour. Ooh, still very bumpy. But its name is not red, so that's a good start. Feels like an equipment upgrade is overdue since we're taking an entire round to defeat one enemy. Multiple rounds for some enemies. So I'm hoping there's an upgrade for Meow soon, since he has no weapons so far. Just want to take out the big Yargos first, and we'll see how much damage the sandworm takes. It's dishing out a fair bit. Okay. Release her attack. Meow, heal. Tyrone attack, okay. $37, 45, 82. It's a beefy boy. Talupa Land. Isn't that a town in America? With a lake. What does Talupa do? Teleports you to previously visited cities. Yes! As our get out of jail free card for when we go exploring and we get our butts whooped. Oh my god. More level ups, please. And this is where games like the Persona series, like Shin Megami Tensei, would come in, because a beefy enemy like a sandworm would have a key weakness that you can exploit in those. And I mean, of course, this originally came out in the late 80s. It was the early days of JRPGs, but essentially, back in those days, the bigger, beefier enemies just had more health. That's all there was to it, it was just had more health. Like, we don't even have that many magical options at the moment for, you know, dealing with it. We've got fire. That's about it, so. Let's do a heal. Hopefully, real early. Oh, the worm's gone. That's a positive. That poison nearly got Elisa out. That was almost gone. That was nearly, oh god, got him out. That's fucked his average Tony. Okay. Froze learned. Okay, looks like we've got ice magic. What state are we in? Actually, we're not in a bad state, it's just the individual battles that are whooping us at the moment, so... Just gotta keep an eye on Meow's MP. There's the cave. Oh my god. Alright, let's mix it up. So, we now have froze. So let's try... What was Luxter? Let's just get him out, okay. Let's do a Flaily on Big Yargo. Ice attack on one enemy. Ah, we can weaken enemy's attack. That's probably not a bad idea either. Let's see what we get. Let's do an attack down. There you go. I'm saying we have less options, but fire magic is definitely not outpacing damage like it was before. Oh, poison. Okay. So let's go item, antidote, Tyrone. Let's do magic. Let's try froze on the sandworm, and let's just take out one of the big Yargos. 104. Nice. Who knew things on a desert planet wouldn't like cold? But again, that comes back to managing Meow's MP, and with that heal spell, he's our best healer as well. Let's attack Big Yargo 2. Froze on the worm. 2 of those should be enough. Yeah, that was 206 damage for the 2 spells, so... Told you it's beefy. Phantasy Star is not Final Fantasy. You will not end up with thousands and thousands of HP and enemies with thousands and potentially tens of thousands of HP. When I missed it. I missed the whole Final Fantasy thing. Okay, so we know where the cave is. I'm a bit worried about Meow's MP, and we have no MP regeneration items yet. So let's do back to Paseo. Let's heal, which is much cheaper than reviving. Let's double check the thrift shop. Anyway, might buy another couple. Ah, okay. Okay. Buy a couple more antidotes. We've got plenty of searchlights and escape pods. Okay, plenty of pillory mates too. I prefer monomate and dimate. It made more sense to me. Anyway. Should we do inventory management? This is thrilling content. Actually, let's sell all those useless daggers. Oh, there you go. Got a decent return on investment. Nothing worse than an RPG where you sell your stuff and you get 1 GP back for it. Okay, let's do a straight run for that cave. What was I trying to say? Oh yes, I missed out on Final Fantasy. I was a Mega Drive kid playing my Phantasy Star games, and I found out about Final Fantasy 7 from comic books, from ads on comic books. That iconic image of Cloud looking up at Shinra building. It's burned in my memory. Like, it looks so amazing compared to, you know, sprites. Mega Drive is great, absolutely. I love my sprites now, but in 1997 on the back of my brother's Spider-Man comics, I thought polygons were the way to go. But the thing that really gets me about the Final Fantasy series as compared to something like Phantasy Star or other RPGs, I think Grandia as well would be a good example. The numbers are bonkers in Final Fantasy. Well, I hope I'm playing it well. I hope I'm playing it well. I will say I'm better at Phantasy Star 2 than I am at Phantasy Star 1. Not that far yet, of course. What we're going to do is we're going to do some... Actually, let's attack the worm. Let's just take out the worm. A round of attacks and magic should be enough. Well, if you play the original a lot, I can definitely recommend playing the remake. You know, the graphics are better, it's a bit more dynamic. I love the inventory systems. Just the addition of the Atlas item is a great help, so absolutely recommend it. It's just a shame they never remade Phantasy Star 3 and 4. Although in my opinion, Phantasy Star 4 doesn't need a remake. It's fine as it is. Phantasy Star 3? Yeah, maybe. Okay. We're just looking... Yeah, I think 3 would have been the one to most benefit from a remake. The way 3's graphical style and everything else was completely different from 1, 2 and 4, and like the generation system and the plot of it was very interesting. But the implementation left it a little bit lacking. But unfortunately, I think the Japanese audience didn't buy enough of it, and Sega didn't decide not to do 3 as well. And we're missing Meow, so we're going to run back to town and get him revived. He's our main healer, so we need him. Very happy that the run button is, you know, it's not just ornamental. Feels like some games, the run button's just there to tease you with the chance of getting out. Okay. Healed up. Let's go. Oh, that's a shame, really. You know, Sega is a Japanese company, just like Nintendo, so there should have been a bit of brand loyalty there. But I guess that Nintendo rules the roost. Wow. There you go. I thought that was more of an American thing, that Nintendo was large and in charge. I don't know much about Japan, to be honest, so that's a shame. The Mega Drive definitely made a big dent in Europe and Australia. Yeah, I didn't revive Meow. So you said, come see how I'm playing it, and I'm doing a bad job. Oh, you're in Japan. Oh, that's cool. I'm in South Australia, so I've got no idea what's happening in Japan. Let's remember to revive our cat. Yeah. I read some UK retro magazines, and Mega Drive definitely was popular. Where in Japan are you? I'll rely on my knowledge of the Yakuza series to tell me where you might be. We just want to get to the cave, guys. Let us get to the cave, please. Oh, cool. That's really cool. It's certainly a place I'd love to visit. The Yakuza series, the Persona series. I know they're just video games, but they make it seem like a really cool place to visit, at least. Shenmue. I've played the Phantasy Star 2 remake a little bit, but I haven't beaten it. And you know, once I beat this, that's my next game in the list. So, but the Phantasy Star 2 on the Mega Drive, I've beaten multiple times. It's one of my favourite games of all time, even with how hard it is. It is rock hard. Especially compared to Phantasy Star 4. Phantasy Star 4 felt easy compared to 2. Gotta watch out for Meow's health here. Oh, you should definitely give the remake a go, but a recommendation, Hysteric Moon. It depends on, especially if you emulate it. At least in Australia, Phantasy Star 2 came with a guidebook, and it was like, it wasn't quite a walkthrough, but it wasn't far off a walkthrough either. Essentially saying, you know, go here, do this type of thing. So it was definitely very helpful in because it's not always clear what you need to do next. And Phantasy Star 2 is definitely a game where grinding... maybe not encouraged. Yes! PS Cave! Oh man. I was trying to look up some fonts and stuff from the games, and I found PS Cave. Oh, the memories. Late 90s internet. Oh, it does! Oh, that's good to know. That'll test my memory then. See my memory of the maps. There are definitely some maps in the early maps in PS2 that have seared into my brain. Ah, Barley Map, welcome aboard. I was using PS Cave when I streamed 2 earlier this year. Oh, you streamed 2, well done. Always happy to see more people getting some Phantasy Star love out there. Ah, so we've got an escapade. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Eric. Thanks for the follow. I'm still very new at this streaming stuff, so there's no bells and whistles when people follow and stuff, so apologies you didn't get a... PS Game is the Phantasy Star Bowl, absolutely. 2 was your first JRPG? Oh, cool. That's a very good first JRPG, I'll tell you what. Let's use an atlas straight away, I think. Where did I put all my atlases? Tyrone's got them all. Yes, start somewhere. Yes. I think you should start with a hard first JRPG, because I think the majority of them are harder than they are easy. Red slimes. Okay, let's see how tough they are. The green slimes were causing us trouble back on Palmer. Mystic Quest Legends is a pretty good one to start with too. I'm very old, so I didn't actually start with a JRPG. I started with an RPG, or CRPG I guess. I started with Pool of Radiance on the Commodore 64. 8 floppy disks. Oh, they can cast fire. It was definitely not a thing these days that you have to insert disc 7 and press return while the disk drive goes. It was the only JRPG to start with, to be fair enough. Yeah, from what I've read of UK gaming magazines, there was you had to import really back in the day a lot. Except Phantasy Star, which we somehow overlooked. Maybe they were too expensive. Yeah, I actually rather than buy Phantasy Star, Phantasy Star 4 this is, I rented it over and over again from the same shop, and luckily my save was always there, and it was still cheaper than paying the $100 or whatever it was. You're absolutely right. Anyway, we're trying to find loot in the Mahal Cave. I don't want to know how much SNES games were here, especially the larger cartridges. Yeah, Phantasy Star 4 was definitely $100 AU back in 1994 or whatever it was. And that was in 1994 money as well, so... I don't own a copy, and you can guess why? Because I was 12. Oh, you mostly played action RPGs, Hysteric Moon, so like Zelda and stuff, that sort of thing? Sword of a Minion. That's a Mega Drive RPG. I must admit, I do prefer my turn-based. I like having time to think. Time to think and time to heal as well. Ah, yes, Secret of Mana. Yeah, Ballybap. I guess Nintendo thought that RPGs wouldn't have much of an audience outside of Japan. So they just went with... They thought that people in Europe, people in Australia, people in America, they just want platformers, they just want action. They don't want to think. They want to take turns. They want to press a button and have something happen straight away. They want to double jump. A lot of it was decided in America, even in PS1 days. If it didn't do well in America as a test audience, we didn't get it. That's fair. Yes, absolutely. But I really do feel like the taste of gamers in the UK, even versus other parts of Europe like France, like there's a lot of RPGs that were made in France on like the Commodore 64 or the Spectrum, and they only came out in France. So there was an appetite there. So, like, you know, just deciding the entire Western world should be just based on America, I think is a bad idea. I've never played an NFL game in my life, and I never will. So I know it goes gangbusters over in America, but never. Let's see how Froze goes against these slimes. That's true, absolutely. Like a lot, you have to put it in French and German and English and everything else. So they would be larger cartridges for starters, and that would make them automatically more expensive. So they had to do the, yeah. NFL is still inscrutable to me, Barleybap. Don't worry. My brother-in-law likes NFL, and no, I just don't get it. I'll watch rugby till the cows come home, but the rules of rugby make way more sense. Way less stoppages. I'll play NBA Live 95 all day long. But yeah, NFL, no go. I would sit as a kid playing NBA Live 95 listening to the radio, just doing slow-mo dunks, winning games by like 150 to 23. It's good times. Well, I'm probably not the person to represent all of Australia, but on the love for NFL, there seems to be a bit of a fan base, especially in Australia, because games like the Super Bowl, like their games, during the day on Monday. So the time difference does make a bit of an impact as well. Gotta heal my crew. Australia's got enough of a problem between rugby and Australian rules football, which kind of splits the country in two. Like the northern states love their rugby more than they love AFL, and the AFL states don't like rugby very much. So NFL would have a big trouble getting here. I'm in South Australia, which is down south. It's an AFL state. We tried to have a rugby team, didn't really happen. There's too many stoppages. Like, I get that they're changing from their offensive lineup to their defensive lineup, and there's a whole strategy there. But too slow, way too slow. And Americans do it with baseball as well. They put way too many acronyms on things. And it just makes the sport way more inaccessible for new people. They'll talk about RBIs in baseball, and I'll be like, what does that mean? I don't know. Whereas cricket, they just call them runs. And you run up and down the pitch, so you kind of get the idea of what it is. What have we got? Oh no! Trap! Oh, there you go, our first trap. Lovely. Oh, okay. That's not a bad trap, at least. We can walk straight back out. There you go, haven't used the wrapped spell yet. That might have been a good time to use it. I watched a lot of illegal football streams with American commentary. Even as a big fan of the sport, the American acronyms go way over my head. Absolutely agreed. Same here. If you grow up with it, I'm sure it all makes sense. But when you're the country that calls yourself the world champions in the World Series of a sport that only you and like one other country plays, you're obviously not looking to attract new followers from other countries. I'll tell you what, the battles on this floor are not as bad as the battles on the first floor. These Motavians, you know, we're fighting in groups of 4, but they're not poisoning or paralysing anybody either, so... They're nowhere near as hard to damage as the... Oh, that was an addition! There you go. I'm only very, very vaguely aware of how the Master System 1 worked. And I know that combos happen in place at Phantasy Star 4. So I guess it makes sense that that's an addition. I've not figured out how to use combo magic yet, so... If you want to give me a hint, that's fine too. I should have bought more of the Roganine. Gonna need those higher level healing items, I think. We're getting really damaged here. The old Phantasy Star games like that sometimes. I remember the second one, Dungeon 2, has an enemy on the final floor. Yes! Oh, you can ignore it. Okay, that's good to know. Hysteric Moon, thanks. No, oh, Phantasy Star 2 is tough. Like, just straight up hard. I would just grind outside of the starting town for a long way. Okay, since we just dropped through a trap. No traps, okay. 2,000 Meseta, we'll take it. It's been 5 years, okay, fair enough. Won't test your memory too hard, Hysteric Moon. Hey, another searchlight. Not going to turn down a free searchlight. Although, we need to refresh our atlas. Oh, the red slimes. Let's see how Froze goes against the red slimes. I think they'll go fine. Oh, I'm just going with it. It's still very early in the game. The dungeons aren't going to get too complicated till later. We're certainly not traversing floors by going down traps and going up ladders and stuff. So I've just been using the Atlas item. It's relatively cheap. Gives you an auto map. Why not? It is all. It's all fun and games until you fall down floors. Exactly. And then some flaws. But in Phantasy Star 2 and 4 at least, sometimes you had to fall down multiple floors to progress, so there's always an upside to those traps. I keep talking about... It certainly does, yes. The Ages version. I would love to have a Switch. I don't have one. Just some of the Sega remakes on there look awesome. But yes, the from what I saw of the Sega Ages version on Switch, it's like the game window, and then there's just a big auto map and status. Oh, just all that lovely quality of life stuff that you just don't get. Oh, Ikuto, yeah, that certainly rings a bell in my memory. Yeah, like, give the Master System one a go. It's like, if you ever played Shining in the Darkness, very similar. But it is, being a Master System game, it is very user unfriendly. And I'd say, very hard. Should we check for chess? No good. Shining in the Darkness is a good time. You made it pretty far. Okay, cool. Every time I've tried to play it as a no longer kid. Oh, you had Holy Ark on the Saturn. Oh man. I always regret, like, when the Saturn and the PlayStation were out, I had my first job. I was 16 years old. I was working hospitality, making what I thought was a lot of money, which, you know, now I know it wasn't that much, but compared to my contemporaries at high school who were working at Hungry Jack's, I was making lots of money. But I should have bought a Saturn, and I should have kept it. I pick up Shining Force 1 and 2, and I just play them for fun. Hype, hysteric mood, just as a bit of a chill out game. But I always hit a wall with the Shining Force games. There's always a battle where my strategy skills just completely fail me. So, oh my god, this is real. They've really upped the dungeon complexity now. The grind is real. I do prefer the Shining Force games to Shining in the Darkness. I mean, obviously it's a completely different game, really. It's a strategy RPG versus a first-person dungeon crawler. But I'll have the attack music from Shining Force stuck in my brain forever. One of the most important games to growing up. That's cool, yeah. It's great. I mean, the art's great. The story's great. That weird. It's not weirdly loud. It means you're doing a big hit. I don't really want to go on, but I'm actually playing all Mega Drive games as a sort of personal challenge at the moment. So Shining in the Darkness is something to do. No, great. That's a great challenge. There's a lot of... It's a big challenge. It's a lot of games. But I'm a Sega kid, so I'll always say that the Mega Drive needs more love. Yeah, I'm jealous too. Yeah. Because it's a strategy RPG and it's not real time, you know, it's not trying to push too many pixels at once. Good lord, look at this map. It has some really nice graphics for the time. I mean, the art direction is good. And it's kind of like Suikoden, if you remember that from the PlayStation 1, where because it's a strategy RPG, you got a wide cast of characters and they're all pretty good. So yeah, very jealous that you get to play it for the first time. I think Shining Force 2, my wall was like you're at a circus or something, and you're fighting clowns. Anyway, I feel like that's where I hit the wall with that one. You got the Saturn ones as well. That's amazing. Like they're relatively rare, aren't they? Shining Force 3. It had like scenario discs or something happening. Health check. Have you got a set order, Hysteric Moon, you're working through? Like, you're going by release date? Or you're doing series in order? Like, there's a few ways you could do it. Is it just RPGs? Oh, Barley Bat, that's a lot of money you gave away. Do you still know that friend, and do they still have them? Release date was too much hard work, so it's probably easier just to go game 1, game 2, game 3, I'm guessing. Yeah, I guess with translation patches and stuff, if you got the Japanese ones and just ripped them, you'd be ready to go. Yeah, SF3 in English is so expensive because it's so rare. It's all a rarity thing. 1,500 to 3,000 yen, that's not bad at all. Let me heal my cat. God. I was hoping with how can... Hello? What have I got? It's our blue-haired boy. Who are you? I am busy. Your misery's Lutz is our... They've typoed his name. Used to be cheap in Japanese, okay. We're looking for you. Who are you? So you're Miserous? Just call me Lutz, please. Lutz Issa Lanaya. Yes, call me Lutz. I'm Elisa from Cabernet. I have a letter from the governor for you. The governor? And you? Tyrone, this is Meow. FYI, I'm not a cat. I'm a smart musk. Not now, Meow. Oh, Elisa. Okay, I'll humor you. I love these cutscenes, they're pretty cool. Huh? I cannot refuse the governor, he says as he grips his cloth. We're all in this together. Jeez, Lutz. Yes, Meow. We shall save our goal. That's the spirit. Thank you, Mr. Lutz. Lutz. Just Lutz is fine. I must ask. Yeah, we want to kill Lashiek. Meow. Actually, it's about Dr. Leveno. The scientist from Gothic. Yeah, I think they're pretty cute too, by the way. Yes, we need a spaceship outside of Lashiek's influence. Dr. Leveno can make one for us. But the spaceport. Lashiek will close it if he learns of us. We're fighting the man. We're fighting the government. We'd be stranded. We have to get a ship then. Where is Gothic? We can get there through the manhole at the at the Parman spaceport. Let's hurry. The plot thickens. Sure does. This is definitely a dungeon we want to teleport out of. Well, I'm glad you both like the remakes, because you're watching them now. It'd be a tough audience if you didn't like the remakes. Absolutely, and that's the thing about remakes. Like, what's a remake I would not want to play? I'm trying to think. Actually, I'll mention a demake. In the Commodore 64 scene, somebody just made a Sonic C64 that they've been working on for years. I did not notice what Elisa's new spell was. FF7 remake. Exactly. I've got the FF7 on PS4. I've got FF7 and I've got the FF7 remake. Both sitting there next to each other. I can play whichever one I want. It's all good times. Why am I making Luke's attack? Yeah, like with the Sonic demake for C64, it's like, don't play it. Who cares? You're fine. Don't stress. Yes, I know there's a Master System version of Sonic, and it's 8-bit, so what's the point? But somebody's done it for fun. It's somewhat impressive that it's on the Commodore 64. Whatever. You don't like the music in the second one at all, Barley, but that's a shame. I actually really like the tunes on the Mega Drive. I'm a Mega Drive sound chip fanboy. Hysteric Mood, I haven't finished the FF7 remake yet. Don't spoil it for me. I know the plot is somewhat like things are different and that's bad, and that's why the ghosts are there type thing, so I know that much, so but I haven't finished it. Well, that's the funny thing about it. The FF7 universe has Dirge of Cerberus and all those other side games. It feels, by making the plot of the FF7 remake be, we're doing it differently. It almost feels like it should be called something else. Like, call it FF7 2. They did FF10 2, you know? Palmer. What is Palmer? Let's have a look at everybody's magic. Oh, G-Heal. Fully restores HP. Lovely. Well, Lutz is already my favourite character. I'm joking. Let's look at his stat screen. So he's level 19. He's got a pole. He's got some wind magic, lightning magic, hypnose. Can I check magic from here? I can't. Okay. Ah, good point, good point. It is actually really properly a remake in the proper sense of the word. I've seen video of the new Wall Market section. It does look pretty magical. You probably could spoil it for me. I'm an old man. I'd forget it by the time I got around to it anyway. So we need to go back to Pasea's spaceport. Now, no, they said Palmer, didn't they? All aboard. Okay. Will do. I like that music. Let's do a consult. So, Lutz, what you trading for? What do you mean? Yeah, you can't ask that. But, so I heard Dr. Levetto retired. He is the foremost scientist in his field. We must find out if this is true. I have a bad feeling something has happened to the doctor. Okay. Notice made this one. That's a good question. Very good question. I'm guessing the anime style cutscenes and stuff was probably done separately from Sega, if that makes sense. So Sega developed the code, made the game, but the actual artwork and stuff was contracted out. Oh, you got the box. There you go. I have the ethereal internet download ISO. Let's fill up Lutz's. Let's get rid of those. Ages, of course, just being Sega backwards. They were 2,500 yen, I think, when they came out. That was the whole point of the series, but it was Sega Ages 2,500, and that was 2,500 yen, so... Okay. I should save my game before we go too far in the sewer. Look at that full party walking around. Love it. There's a Monster World collection. That would have been cool. Okay, we've got stairs up. Let's have a look this way. Let me guess. Can't open it. Oh, hello. What's all this? Is that the doctor? Naz! It's the robot cops! They found me! Damn right, ACAB. Shh, we aren't cops. You aren't the king's thugs? Nope, we're the good guys. Oh, if that's the case, I'm busy right now. See you later. Sorry about panicking. Hey, stop pestering me, come on. Who are you? Okay, obviously we have to come back to Naz. Whoever Naz is. Oh, 25,000. Oh, here we go. In the lair of the sewer people. Yay, a customer, come in! I'm guessing Luke's can equip that. Let's get the wooden cane, sure. Ooh, I'm liking these. A mace-like axe, that doesn't even make sense. Yeah, exactly. More dialogue, more story. It's what we're here for in a JRPG. So, lends poor dexterity. Okay, only Tyrone can equip it. Let's increase Elisa's defense first. How are we going for cash? I think we'll be fine. Look at that. Upgrades all around, except for Meow. When the police came, everyone fled. Gothic. Maiden. Dr. Levino? His lab is over there, but what? Two-story was already so cool, but the dialogue is so sparse and original. Absolutely. There's... If you look at... oh, what's the site called where you get translations? Anyway, there's lots of fan-made PlayStation... Phantasy Star 2 translations as well. That expand the text as well. Absolutely hysteric, man. I love having the screen just saying, yes, your attack will get higher, it's all good. Hello, there's a key here. Is this really Dr. Levino's lab? Dr. Levino isn't here. Hey, what's this? It's a key. Got prison key. What's this key for? It's for a prison, Lisa. Whoever took Dr. Levino must have dropped it. Was it the police? So the doc fought back. Looks like it. Arrested by those damn dullards. Huzzah for morons! Okay. Interesting way of putting it. Sure. What's on the screen? Is that like a vehicle or something? Looks like there's nothing else to find in here. What's the thrift shop got in Gothic? Get your routine items here. Well, at least they call it Trimate. Soul Animizer. Removes all negative status. Searchlight. Train carpet. What is that? 46,800. I think I'll just keep buying searchlights. I've got 3. Jeez, okay. Bless you all. Same to you, buddy. We don't really need Trimate and stuff yet. Okay, thanks, Mongo. The forest is off limits. Hug the coast to reach Triada Prison. We've got a prison key. Can you spare a broken iron for me? Sure. Dr. Livano had his lab here. The king's minions took him to Triada Prison. Oh, spare some Maceta. Just want more and more, eh? Nobody's home. What happened in here? I think the robot cops came and took everybody away. Everybody's health is good, so we don't really need to see the nurse. So hug the coast. So we go this way. Which way do we hug the coast? Not this way. Well, I'll be keen to see how different the Phantasy Star 2 to Phantasy Star 2 remake story is. I've got a pretty fair idea of how the Phantasy Star 2 story goes from my memory, so I'd like to think I'll be able to tell the difference. So I just always like to point out with Phantasy Star 2 versus Final Fantasy 7 that everybody acts like Final Fantasy 7 was the first time they permanently killed off a party member. It happened in Phantasy Star 2, man. Years before. And some nice still animated scenes. Yeah, I'm liking the animated scenes in this too, you know. I'll tell him, alright. I'll tell him about me and me first. How I cried. I didn't cry. The only thing I would say about these kind of anime cutscenes thing is I know this is the DVD era, this is PlayStation 2. If they're going to make them still like they have, why not ape the style of Phantasy Star 4? I really loved the cutscene style of Phantasy Star 4. Where it's still images, but they overlaid them and the order. Ah, good on you, Hysteric Moon. We were all moved. We were all. What was I say? The music, the layout of the tiles and pictures in Phantasy Star 4 was really good. Ah, okay, Final Fantasy 2. Oh, there you go. Well, that's my ignorance showing again. Never played Final Fantasy 2. Haven't played any Final Fantasies before 7. I've tried to play Final Fantasy 6. Hysteric Moon, I'm going to at you to say I agree. Like, that is the most cinematic you can get on a 16-bit machine, if you ask me. Maybe the Final Fantasy 6 Opera is more cinematic? I don't know. It was just guest characters though. There you go. Barley Bap, absolutely. Phantasy Star 4 is my favourite. Absolute favourite. They must have beaten Final Fantasy... all the names are too similar. That's a good question, Hysteric Moon. Good question. Ah, the next one. Okay, so straight up Final Fantasy 2. Loots can revive people. There we go. Where is this prison? FF4 does it, but so many fake outs. Doesn't everyone die in FF4? The whole world dies in FF6. Does that count? Oh shit! Hang on. Start paying attention to my party's health. Okay. So Gaheel does full heal. Hune is... I'm trying to get to it, there we go. Gust slices into a group of enemies. Tandri is thunderbolts. Hit noise, induces slumber. There you go. So what we should do is this attack, and use... G-heal, there we go. Stop sacrificing yourself. It's fine, I'll be back in an hour. It's not really a sacrifice then, is it? Ooh, hello. Got some new ones here. Scorpions we've seen before. Manticore, Cryon. Manticore looks very, very salty. Oh, it does paralysis. It's interesting, Barley Bap, if you bounced off it as a teen, there you go as an adult. The hard thing with life and work and family and everything else is finding that time to sit down and play something properly. No school holidays when you're nearly 40 years old. How's everybody's health? Let's do a health check. I'll do for now. Now they've got loots, we've got way more MP to play with. I've got a wife and 2 kids. It's only through the kids being asleep and my wife being very patient that I do get time to stream. Jesus Christ! Alright, let's heal up loots here. Jeez. 6 and 3. So very young. Life is one big cruel joke, endless free time as a kid. 2 games a year. No free time as adult, massive backlog. Absolutely, absolutely. Hello, is this it? Oh, don't make me walk all around the mountain. Oh, hang on. Oh shit. Luke has not been healed yet. Stocking up for retirement, absolutely. That's why it's a good thing to be into RPGs now, because when you're 80 years old and you actually have time to play them, you don't need reflexes. Herrick Moon, the apocalypse, except power is still on. Okay. That is a good use of lockdown time. Absolutely. That's a fair whack of games you got through there. Xenogears and Xenosaga games are pretty long as far as I recall. Where is this bloody prison? How many episodes of Xenosaga did there end up being? Is this the prison we need to get to? How do we get to it? Why is the encounter rate so high? Why are there so many fucking enemies? Alright, new enemies. Let's fight some killer plants. Love the purple colour scheme. Oh no! Put the entire party to sleep. Great. We need to get Luce's defense up somehow. He's getting completely whooped. Lockdown's got you back into gaming, Barley, but there you go. One benefit. Why can't I walk between these tiles? Yeah, with Twitch it feels like every current game has 20 people playing it. The retro scene has, you know, you can dig out a bit more of a niche. Ah, so Bally Bat 3 is the last one, eh? Okay, I think we have to just try and walk over this purple stuff. I'm guessing it's bad for our health. But hey, let's explore. Oh! Jeez. The encounter rate on this place around here is ridiculous. And I'm waiting for that weapon upgrade for Alisa, because she's dragging behind everybody else now. There you go. Well, I can tell you I don't know many people on the retro side of Twitch because I'm still pretty new to it. So there you go. With the retro side of Twitch though, it's easy to just go, you know, you jump onto a stream of somebody playing Commodore 64 or Mega Drive, and then you just go, oh yeah, I played this as a kid, and then, you know, the conversation begins. So, oh my god, let me just walk into the town, please. Everyone is super nice. Oh, that's great to know. I try and be super nice when I'm streaming as well. Let's use one of Lutz's magic attacks. I haven't seen Huge yet. Oh. Yeah, absolutely. That's too old for drama, absolutely. That's why I stream. I'm not trying to be some Twitch superstar. It's just my friends, my RL friends, never really played video games that much, so if I want to talk about video games with people, I need to go online and say, by streaming and watching streams, I meet people who played the same things and we can chat about games and that sort of thing. That's the whole idea. This town's a bit mucked up. McRae. Ooh, I can double my sales. Need any of my wares? Sure, what have you got? Let me get it. Ugh. If you need more stuff, ask. Knife. Deals multiple slashes. God, it's very pricey. We've bought everything else. Tyrone can have the iron shield. I'm wondering if Elisa and this knife doing multiple hits is the way to go. Alright. Ow, oi, my back. Oof. Okay. Here's what we'll do. We shall save. We shall talk to McRae. Please leave then. Good luck out there. Sorry, mate. I actually meant to say yes. Let me get it. Okay. Buy a knife. Equip knife. Sell sword. Okay. Yep, barley bat pretty much. Like, I'll play FIFA with my brothers-in-law, but they certainly didn't play Mega Drive. Okay, let's see if Elisa does more damage. Oh, 2 hits. There you go. Loving that. But she won't get a chance to attack again. Oh, that's fair enough, Hysteric Moon, absolutely. You want to experience it for yourself, that's all good. But yeah, with old games, you can just, you know, through cultural osmosis, you've probably been spoiled a lot already. You're from Cabanete. Have you met my brothers, Uno and Dos? I don't remember them, but you're Trace, so that's 3. Say hello for me, okay? You crossed the lava by foot? Ouch, your poor souls. Sure did. It was a very silly thing to do. Hey, stop digging through my scrap. Your scrap, weirdo. Welcome. You can't find these in the trash. Okay, this is all stuff we've seen before. Thank you, travellers. Okay. Okay, well, we talked to Lex before. Girling, are you dumpster diving? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna walk up the screen. There's no healer here. Oh god. That's exactly what I need, and it's not here. Unless there's somebody I've missed talking to. Bortavo. Okay, that's it. Alright, cool. Well, it's actually getting quite late for me here in South Australia, so I'm going to save my game there. I'm going to start calling it a night. Thank you very much, Hysteric Moon and Barley Bat, for the follows, and thanks for chatting along. I'll be back with more Phantasy Star next week. Same time, same channel. Thanks very much.